Thanks for joining me for Profitable Web Hosting, an introductory presentation. My name is Scott Gardner. I'm the founder of Agile Marketing Services, a boutique firm that provides marketing help for entrepreneurs and small business owners. One of the services we offer our clients is web hosting. We've been supplying hosting as part of our services for over 10 years now. We've also helped others start their own hosting businesses, and I believe my book on the subject can start you on your way to a profitable part-time or full-time business. Let's start off by defining the terms for the presentation. All monies a business generates is income. In the real world, a business will also owe monies to others. These are expenses. When you pay expenses, that amount gets subtracted from your income. If you make $1,000 and pay out $1,000, you're breaking even. If you make $1,000 and you owe $1,001, you're in the red, you're in debt. However, if you make $1,000 and you only have to pay out $900, the money you have left over, in this example $100, is profit. Operating a web hosting business requires a modest investment, but can yield significant returns. It can be run as a part-time or full-time business. If you target the correct markets, you can run the business knowing only the very minimum of internet technology. You can run the business from home, a library, or a coffee shop. You can even manage the business from vacation if you have an internet connection. A web host is analogous to a real estate developer. A developer takes a piece of land and puts up buildings for various types of businesses, like manufacturers, retailers, or warehouses. Or you might put up a skyscraper and divide it into offices, or even floors or whole sections for other uses. He then sells or leases those spaces to other companies for a profit. A web host takes a large chunk of space and bandwidth on their own or even someone else's server and breaks it down into smaller portions. They then resell the space and bandwidth to people looking for individual websites, along with any other products or services the end users want bundled into the sites. There are a number of essentials needed for running a profitable web hosting business. They include the target market, enthusiasm, a desire to work and to provide value to your customers and yourself, time, some education on web hosting, a plan, a process, an internet service provider, an upstream provider, prospects, a first client, trusted peer advisors, a way to take payments, and a way to measure success, for instance, some minimal bookkeeping. Notice I didn't include luck as an essential component. I believe that by working hard and smart, you create your own luck. Nowadays, when most people use the word discrimination, they're talking about denying a group of people their right to something because of a prejudice against that group's race or religion or sexual orientation. But I use the word because of another of its definitions: to distinguish as different. You need to choose a particular group to go after as clients. You should use demographic and psychographic information to identify this group. The mass market, that is, everyone is a potential client, is a myth. Target markets are the people that fall within your segmented groups. You may have to approach parts of these targets with different offers, special services, or unique enticements. However, as an overall group, their parameters match. By picking a specific group to go after as clients, you can tailor your marketing message to include the talking points they want to hear. Once you define your target market, you can find out what kinds of things they value. Maybe it's 24/7, 365 support phone access. Maybe it's more space for larger sites or e-commerce support. Value is measured by the usefulness or desirability of something. The concept of a value is subjective rather than objective. A bag of gold coins on a desert island has no value. There's nothing to buy and no one to pay. Sure, you might think a hedgehog is the ideal pet. You couldn't live without one. You think it's a great idea to offer one to each person who gets hosting from you. But unless a prospect has the same interests as you, a hedgehog will have no value as a sales premium. Cute though, huh? No matter what kind of sales pitch you give your prospects, when you boil it all down, the only thing your customer is buying is customer service. They're using their wallet to show you they trust you to provide services and assistance when they need them. They need to believe you'll deliver what you've promised them. A recipe is more than a list of ingredients. A recipe tells you in what order to combine the ingredients and how to cook or bake them. It also tells you what the final product is going to be and how to recognize that you've gotten there. Bake at 350 degrees until the crust is golden brown and a toothpick inserted in the center comes out dry. A roadmap or travel plan is the same. You decide where you are, where you're going, and how you're going to get there. You should also figure out how to decide when you've reached your destination. Plan plus process equals here's where we're headed and this is how we're going to get there. You should be able to write a plan for your web hosting business on a bar napkin. Although large corporations have large, detailed business plans, your first plan only needs to set out a few details. A good plan for your web hosting business is a combination of a roadmap and a recipe. It will tell you where you are, where you're going, and how you intend to get there. Your plan should be simple and clear. It only needs to detail a few things: the name of your business, the type of business, and a general business description. You'll need specific jobs and tasks that you intend to do for clients. You'll need specific target markets, the amount of money of gross income you expect this year, and the amount of money for projected gross income for next year. You'll also need the profit percentage of next year's goals and specific marketing tasks you plan to do to get you to your goals. It won't take up much space at all, so you really should be able to write it out on a bar napkin. You might say something like, Picture Perfect Hosting is a corporation engaged in hosting websites for photographers. We specialize in large sites for professional and semi-pro photographers' portfolios. This year we are on track to make $50,000. Next year our goal is to make $75,000 with 12% profit. We will reach our target markets by placing ads in photo magazines, attending photo conventions, and partnering with photo clubs. Or, Bottom Line Hosting is an LLC engaged in hosting websites for accountants, specifically CPAs. We specialize in providing 24/7 phone support from January 1st until April 30th every year. This year we are on track to make $7,500. Next year our goal is to make $10,000 with 23% profit. We will reach our target markets by doing direct mail marketing to CPA offices in October, November, and December, specifically mentioning our 24/7 phone support service during their busy months. There are 10 definitive action steps you need to take to build a successful web hosting business. They are: 1. Research possible target markets. 2. Pick your target. 3. Decide on your USP or unique selling point. 4. Research reseller hosts and packages they offer. 5. Name your business and register your domain. 6. Create your reseller site. 7. Decide on your packages and pricing. 8. Find complementary services and invite them to partner. 9. Start a basic balance sheet. And 10. Write a basic marketing plan. Once you complete your action steps, you can begin crafting your sales pitch and presenting to your targeted prospects. But here's something to keep in mind: the MacGuffin. Alfred Hitchcock described it as a plot device to drive the story and characters. It's not his movie, but think about the Falcon in the Humphrey Bogart classic, The Maltese Falcon. It's almost never on screen. The characters spend their time and energy tracking it, hoping to make a fortune. When it does show up, it's a cheap fake and quickly discarded. And the search begins again. The Falcon could literally be anything: a vase, a polar bear, or a can of peas. It's a device meant to drive the plot and get the characters to interact. The secret here is you are not selling web hosting. Web hosting is the MacGuffin. You want to sell attention, hands-on contact, a warm and fuzzy feeling. Web hosting by itself is incredibly cheap. You can charge a premium for personal attention. Restaurants don't sell food. They sell atmosphere, personal service, preparation, and cleanup. The meal would be almost free if you bought and prepared the food yourself. As I said earlier, when you boil it all down, the only thing your customer is buying is customer service. They need to believe, to trust, that your service will be worth a higher price when they want or need it. If you want to grab copies of the slides for this presentation and my notes for it, please visit www.profitablewebhosting.net/library. You'll find them available as PDF files. And that's it. Thank you very much for viewing this introductory presentation for profitable web hosting. I really appreciate it and hope you found the information helpful. My book is available in print and as an ebook. Both are available for sale through Amazon. For links to them and for more information on running your own web hosting business, please visit www.profitablewebhosting.net. Thank you again.